Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Stretch Professor. Today we're doing another episode in our legendary Vampire Counts campaign. Sorry. Zoning out, trying to get set up here. Helm and Ghorst. Alright, let's get back in here. Seal Faith Overhaul mod. If you're this far in the campaign, you really enjoy the content on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps other people find and enjoy the same kind of content that hopefully you enjoy. Be sure to tell your friends, you know, if you like it as well. If you want other people to see some real legendary content. And if you want to help support the channel, well, you can find that in the description as well. You want to throw a couple of dollars for some real Total War content. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back in here.
Is only the beginning.
My wife told me I need to promote more on the channel, remind people to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Because I really don't do that enough, I think, as a content creator, so I'm trying. Okay, I think what we're going to do is try to take this province first, and then we'll mess with them later. I think that's just the safest bet to go for here. The question is, what do we go for here? I think we have to go Balefire. I would like more money. I don't really care about the growth here, so I'm okay with putting some blood tax in there eventually, but Balefire is a must for the vampirism. Because the local populace is so low, and we only get one from a tech. So. Alright.
Dark magic is mine to command.
I have to rebuild this, unfortunately, because we raised it, which is not amazing, but...
Necromancer.
We're hoping to bait the Dwarfs into taking it. I didn't realize that just because it doesn't have... I mean, there's nothing to sack if it doesn't have a town that has a garrison. So, we're going to have to come back over here and deal with the public order situation here in a little bit. Okay, we're waiting on this. 6 turns.
We have much to discuss about.
We're losing a little ground with them. If we start fighting all of the people that they're fighting, then eventually... Don't need to upgrade any of that stuff. Alright. So we did lose that turn at the end of last episode, which is unfortunate. Trying to save the legend, like recruiting a lord, so that we can get the legendary lords. Okay, Ostermark took that territory back.
Ghorst.
We might have to take this back from him eventually.
My
Now,
cruelty knows no limits.
the fastest way to get over there is probably to run through his territory, but I don't want to make him mad.
I am Vlad. What doth thou wish to discuss with thine true father? You dare?
Let's see if we can sweeten the pot a little bit here.
Never!
We have to pay him some amount. I really would like to get military access with them. Wish it would tell you, like in Stellaris, it tells you like there's a certain amount, like a sliding scale, to see when they're going to do something or not, just so it's not like a guess and check here.
Be gone.
Because I'm going to need to go through their territory anyways to start messing with this stuff at some point.
Child.
But I'm not going to pay more than 1,000.
Such insolence. Preposterous.
All right. Well, I guess we're running.
My puppets dance.
Now, we do need a bit more regen, because these guys, these dwarves over here, are going to have some stuff. I think. Alright. They're going to have a lot of stuff. They have a 16 stack. They have a pretty big, you know, group of stuff there, so... Where's the border? So that's the border. Okay, oh, the border's way over here. Okay. And they aren't over there yet. There's going to be a rebellion over here soon. Let's make sure my people have these things, like the black cat and stuff. They do not have them. Okay. Get that raised dead cost down. That's kind of nice. Sure. I should double check that. I just assumed it would put it on some of my heroes, but that is incorrect. Alright, well.
Master, the dead shall rise. Death is only the beginning.
I should be able to get back over here to beat that public order in time. Double check diplomacy.
Are you ready? Very well.
I need to take to that.
Begone.
What is that mechanic? Oath gold generated, 1 per turn, region-wide. What is Oath gold? Maybe they have some new dwarf mechanics I could try out at some point. Dwarfs are kind of fun. I like them.
Darkness calls.
How much attrition are we going to take?
Let us away, brothers.
Now, I might be able to hit that in 1 turn. Not entirely sure.
Into the night.
Hopefully I can get to that in 1 turn, we'll see. They're coming back over here. Check garrison. It's full strength. That army's kind of weak. I don't know where their 20 stack is. But we need to go ahead and grab this, and then we can come back and pick this up again if we need to. It would kind of suck if they took it because, you know, we would have to start at a lower range or whatever, but we have to get this out of here. We can hire a lord here temporarily if we need to.
It is night. Why do come? Bow, children of my blood. Come. Never!
Alright, let's see here. Payments.
I accept.
Give us some
I
cash.
hunt. Why do come? What can we help? So be it.
Okay, do we have the power? That's not right. Let's give him a gift
Children
again.
of my blood, come, let us talk.
A little bit more expensive than it was, but
It is done.
gifts given. Okay, so it should be going up.
Bow! Greetings, brothers. What does my bloodline require? Definitely.
Okay. We'll pay them off. Where am I going? Okay, here we go.
Can I assist you?
We got nothing else to really do or buy here. Just chilling. 4 turns, we can get up to tier 4. They do have pretty high growth once you get all of their buildings and everything like rolling online. So that is kind of nice. They did a right of entry. That means they already have that tech, right? Which is like 15 turns faster than I can get that tech, if it's the one that I think it is. So you get a huge tech bonus. Yeah, because this requires noble houses technology. Which is 25 more turns for me. Now I took 1 detour. This is like, I think this might have been 8 turns. But either way, he's getting it like 15 to 20 turns faster than I can. I get research rate 110%. They don't get that. So they get a huge bonus in technology. I didn't know they got that. They get so much extra stuff on Legendary.
Corpse must.
Please tell me you can hit this. You guys are trolling. Seriously, you can't run from here to here?
Merciless. I love it. Seeking entertainment.
Okay, he should be able to get it next turn, I think.
I admire your depravity.
Okay, so they're not coming over here just yet, although there's gonna be a rebellion very soon. As soon as we take this, there's going to be a rebellion. I really need to be able to run through this territory. Not sure if I can beat a rebellion over here. Probably cannot. I maybe should have started over here with my fight against so far instead of going over here, but I really need military access through here so I don't make them mad.
Coward before me. What dost thou wish to discuss with thine true father? You fool! Now! I'll have you speak now.
Alright. I mean, I could just not tax it for a couple of turns, but I think there's going to be a rebellion anyways. The fact that you get a corpse card or whatever.
Dwarfs! Would the Nagash had wiped that sorry race out when he had
Does
the
make the
wherewithal
Necromancer
to do
Lords
so.
a little bit more appealing.
Speak then.
Sort of. I still think Vampire Lords are way better, but... Ooh. Okay, so now Verlin, Wiesenland, and Clan Argrand are all coming after me, huh? Alright. Now we share common wars with Musion, so that should help our cause.
Dark magic is mine to command.
Action cost is lower, success chance is higher. Sure, it only lasts for 2 turns. Sure, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to use either one of them.
Master of Unlife. They shall despair.
Let's have walls. It's only rank 2. Okay, so it does not have walls, I don't think. Okay, so what are all they working with here? 16 units. Yeah, we can beat that. And there's going to be a rebellion over here for sure once we do that. So, like, yeah, I could take the taxes off. It looks like it would be even, but we're going to get, like, a huge penalty. So we're going to have to come back over there and clean that up. We could maybe hire a lord temporarily to hold down the fort if we need to.
Lichmaster.
The Empire.
Why is it so vampiric? Oh, it's corrupted. Commandments, characters, osmosis. Huh, they're corrupt. Beastmen or something? Oh, the Beastmen, yeah. I forgot that Beastman horde spawned over there. Okay.
My cruelty knows no limits.
Take them out.
Destroy them!
We have a pretty good little squad here of 6 of the 7 archer guys. So now these guys do not have these have shields, but these don't. And we could lead with the Cairn Wraiths, because they're going to take pretty much no damage from missile units. So we could send these out first. She's kind of the same way, right? Yeah, we could lead with the Wraiths, because they take no damage from missiles, pretty much. I mean, I think it might literally be 0 damage if they don't do magic, because it's 45 missile reduction and 75% physical. That's 110% reduction. I'm not sure if they stack additively or multiplicatively. So, like, in other words, if they deal 100 damage and you block 75 physical, if it drops it down to 25, then of that remaining 25, if it drops an additional 45%, so you would still take, you know, roughly 10 damage, 10 to 15 damage, but I don't know if that's how it works. That's how it works in League of Legends. Or if they're, like, actually physically immune to anything that's not magical missiles. I guess we'll find out. This on 9. Zombies up here to soak. Gamble that. Put our good units over here. Put our flank units here. And our over here. this guy 7, 8. Do not want them firing into the pillars. All right. Oh, they remain hidden until seeing. Oh, I didn't realize they had stalk. That's pretty sweet.
Now it will be. Beautiful decay.
It just takes so long.
With haste.
Why are they running to like? Oh, they're trying to get to the woods. Why? Like they're leaving behind their artillery. I don't understand. They must have done something with their AI because they should just stand and fire on me. Or like get where they want to be off the deployment instead of trying to relocate. It's like the second battle they've done this. That's really odd. And they just don't get any use out of their artillery because they have to reposition. I understand if it's like an ambush or something, but it's not, you know. No, 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 not into those guys. No, no, no.
Now.
I lust for battle.
Oh, go, 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 go. I didn't want them to get ahead of the zombies, but I guess they're trying to get back into this corner. Actually, it's not even a corner. I don't know what they're doing.
I will raise them. Swiftly.
A new order comes.
Yeah, my macro is pretty terrible in this fight.
With haste. Of course. It shall be done.
They just can't do anything to these crypt wars.
will come when I call.
Corpse cat with haste. Life ends.
See to it. Ghorst.
Do not shame your ancestors.
Alright, we should be able to just replenish all the rest of it. We lost one zombie stack, I think, but whatever. Soak a lot of that stuff up. Make sure we get this hero dude so we might get an item. I think they increased the size of these crypt drawers too. That's good enough. What is this? That's a feint. Okay, whatever. Close victory. You pretty much always get like a close victory, or it's very hard to get like a decisive victory if you use any zombies, because it's strictly based on your death, not based on like the points of the units killed, which is, I think it should be. So based on like the gold value of units killed, I think that should determine it. You know, if you kill like 70% more gold value worth of units than them, it should be a decisive victory, I think. Something like that. Rather than, ooh, I lost 595 units, when like most of those are zombies and don't matter. Because they're like a 17 gold upkeep unit, you know?
Attack! Death is only the beginning.
Alright. We want Draft Master next. Definitely gonna be a rebellion. Actually, we could hold, like, stave this off. I hate losing the gold, but we could stave this off for one more turn, and that might let us get back over there in time. I might have to run through Von Karstein's territory, though, to do that.
Lord of the dead,
But we do have more common wars now.
what doth thou wish to discuss with thy never?
Man, what do you want? Let's see if we can pay him again. Pay 1,000 gold for it, dude. Just chill.
You fool!
He has 5 territories. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe he grabbed like one thing in a Verland or something.
You dare! Why do come? What can...
Oh, we got to keep it intact, huh? And we get one of these bad boys. That's great. We don't have the garrison yet. That's what I was gonna say. We need to get a garrison here. That's pretty sweet. We got a gibbet and a garrison off of it.
My puppets dance.
It's pretty happening. Bloody blade. Sure. This guy gives some public order also. Causes terror. If we want to get over there in time, it's going to take us... I mean, I don't know. If we run down here, I mean, we can look at it and see. Maybe it's just going to take us, like, 3 turns to run over there. Okay, I think we take the taxes off. And then maybe we go for this. I mean, we might be able to hold it for a couple of turns. And that does give a lot of research, though. And for public order. I mean, that could be pretty sweet. Okay. So that's all good. We're still saving up some money. We can barely afford 1 army. Keep that in mind. A lot of these are still low-tier stuff, like just zombies, ghouls. This is a decent army, but... waiting on the rest of it. I don't think there's anything here to bother with. 2 turns, we can upgrade this, I suppose. Get the upgraded Balefire. Although, is that even worth? Gives 4, that gives 8. So you're paying a lot more for the 8 stack. Get extra income from regions. Doesn't improve public order, doesn't improve a lot of this other stuff. We could do peasant blood tax with it, but it's looking a little iffy. I mean, that would let us get this as well, which is nice. Crew break. Okay. Whatever. Crank it up. We're not going to have the occupation penalty next turn. So, like, I don't know. We might be able to hold it. We do have a lot of public order bonuses with our army. So if we can go back, beat back that rebellion, go take... We can do that quest battle, get a necromancer, maybe. Oh, we could do the public order thing too. I forgot about that. It's kind of expensive, but do I even care about that? I don't even think I care about that. I'd rather just get a Balefire and a Gibbet, probably. Or a Blood Tax and a Gibbet. We're looking on the corruption side. What are we going towards? 50%? I mean, the Chaos Corruption should end pretty soon.
Master of unlife. Merciless. I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead because I don't want this rebellion to, I don't want to risk it taking over some key stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this right. Yeah, it only risks, now it does this like gray screen thing when you do this because they didn't add in the graphic to put this in. Because this faction obviously is not typically supposed to have that type of interaction. Okay, so we're waiting on that. Got this. Guys, in theory, could come for us. We gotta watch because dwarves can jump over this crap, which is really annoying because I can't. So you gotta watch the back door.
Very well. Let us hold a coward. If what doth thou wish to discuss with thine true child?
Alright. Pretty straightforward on the turns. This is typically how it is with vampire counts. Until you get more territory and spread your corruption, it's difficult to expand early on. Alright, one more turn, we get to tier 4. But you do get to your high-tech units pretty early on in the campaign. They have some of the, I think they have the best growth. You get to 100 something, especially back in the day if you got the vampire, if you got the, yeah, the vampire hero proper, which she's one of my favorite heroes in the game. Great, good fighter, good magic, really good, like pretty good buffs. Probably my favorite back in the original game. Aside from like, I don't know, maybe some kinds of wizards, but she was really good. The little tree guy for, I think it was the tree guy for the wood elves is very nice, gives like huge buffs to all kinds of people. He had very good magic. I think he had life magic. Like, he's strong as hell. I think the Beastman Minotaur unit is pretty good. Okay, there's Papa Smurf. Man, he ran really far. But anyways, vampires are some of my favorite. They're so strong. Because they have like I think they have in-house 2 different kinds of regeneration. They're pretty respectable fighters. With this mod, they move really quickly. They have like 60 movement speed. They can get like a flying mount. They have vampiric magic, which is some of the strongest magic in the game. They can get. They used to give growth. I don't know what they give now. Like the Banshee has, or the Lord has growth. Banshee has growth. I'm not sure. The Banshee was already pretty decent, but they were primarily just an assassin. But now they have mobility and growth, I think, which are both very strong. Or is it they have regen? I can't remember. But the vampires used to have growth and regen. Replenishment, rather.
Corpse
Damn, it's gonna take me forever to run across this. That is one thing that I miss. Any faction that doesn't have the ability to like use an underway type of thing to like get through terrain is kind of annoying. That's a point to the Skaven there. And I like about the Skaven is they get to use that burrow under ambush. Let's do it. Now, do we want to keep the growth going, or do we want to switch over and go for, we have really strong tier 5 stuff too, though. I mean, the zombie dragon's kind of whatever. I mean, I'll get it. It's probably good, but I feel like Terrorgeist is just better. Terrorgeist has regeneration. Terrorgeist has like a couple of abilities, like this Shriek. It doesn't last for very long, but it's pretty good. They both have like, you know, demon breath stuff. Terrorgeist has strong vigor, 60 bonus versus large, so it's just like a monster against like cavalry or other dragons. Has Bone Crusher. Lots of piercing. 285 pierce. This guy has more damage. He has terror, you know, all this stuff. 25 missile resist, 25 missile resist. I think they both have that. 24. Okay, so he has 40 missile resist and only 20 physical. 80 armor, 100 armor. Okay, this has 2,000 more health. Okay, so maybe this one's a lot better against, like, infantry. 5640 says 96 total. Yeah, and only 75 total. Okay, so the Terrorgeist is much better against large, and this guy is going to be much better against infantry then. Okay, so we'll get them. And then this is a really nice thing. I think I talked about this earlier. I can't remember. But it does damage over time when it stands in combat. It doesn't, like... It has a lot of HP. They buffed its HP quite a bit here. But it gives mass regeneration, which stacks with the other forms of regeneration. It gives you extra magic. It regenerates, has perfect vigor, causes terror. Like, so it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does, like, damage over time to people, and it gives everybody a ton of replenishment. So, it's pretty good. So anyways, we're gonna get this stuff, and we'll get one extra Banshee if we want it. I'm trying to think here, like, I do want the Unholy Lodestone, because this also gives regen, Vigor Mortis, and Unholy Lodestone. Now this also stacks with this, and that also stacks with Master of the Undead, or whatever the thing that Necromancers have. So you get, like, triple regeneration auras. We'll think about it. Vampires, absolutely 100% gotta have them. Necromancers would give us our Lord, our Legendary Lord. I'm gonna need a second Lord soon anyway, so maybe that's probable. Or likely, I don't know. They have spread corruption. So everybody doesn't naturally have spread corruption. It's just them. Okay. I'm gonna have to decide if I want shadows or vampire death. We'll figure that out later. But we got some exciting stuff coming up. Alright. That's all good. Did we look at this? Politics and city management, much easier.
Welcome.
Much less of that stuff in this campaign than Warhammer.
Disrespectful fool.
Not quite as little as Chaos, but we're good. Hopefully they won't take... They might just straight take Zufbar right now before I can even get over there. I forgot. I was thinking, do I want to get extra technology stuff?
I shall hearken to thy king's words, but I can already tell thee, the answer shall not be to thy liking, mortal.
Hell no. If y'all want to pay me, we'll think about it. I'm really very tempted to play a Tretch campaign. I've heard there was some campaign where they put somebody in the Skaven area down south. I've never occupied that area, but like the Skaven homeland area. Or if they put someone up in Hell Pit, that would be really cool. They're gonna siege it. So they might take it next turn. Gonna be annoying. If they don't attack it next turn, I should be able to come at them. I mean, if they want to attack it, that's fine. We can just kill them the turn after, I think. I mean, I don't... Because they're not going to have a garrison the turn they take it. I don't believe. In general, you don't want to piss off the gods. I don't remember what... I remember there was some, like, earthquake or something when I did this, like, in the original game. And I, like, my army took, like, half attrition, or, like, maybe all my buildings were destroyed. There was something crazy that happened. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, holy crap, do not piss off the gods. So for 1,000, we can swing that. JP's fine. We do get some extra public order for it. Alright, so let's go ahead and... We're almost here, so we might as well make some money on it.
Dark magic is mine to command.
Okay, so we can get one more unit in here. What do they even have? Garbage.
What do you
Okay, so we can't... Sometimes you can run and get, like, close to them, and then attack them with the garrison. But this is not one of those times.
My puppets dance.
Okay, so we might as well... What do we want? Just skeletons, I guess? Or just zombies? I think we can get away with just zombies. I mean, it's not going to matter either way, but zombies are just basically free to have in your army. Just to round them out. I don't need anything. I mean, really, just these guys are enough. Like Crypt Horrors and the Cairn Wraiths and just a bunch of meat. I'll tell you what, that 35 extra, or the whatever extra armor on the zombies is very nice for these early fights. It has been very nice. Do I want to dash over there? I don't know if I can hit it in one turn if I don't dash. Can I beat him if I'm tired?
Begone.
I think so.
My cruelty knows no limits.
I mean, that'll be a bit harder. I mean, the risk
Death
then is
only the beginning.
I could dash down here. What do I get in this territory? I get like extra leadership. I mean, I guess I could just dash down here because I should be able to attack that next turn. So I could dash over here. Okay, that means they can't hit me. Okay, that's smart, that's smart. So if I dash down here, then they can't hit me because they would have to run through the town. Well, maybe they could run through the town. I don't know. I feel like that's what I want to do. And I should be able to still attack them next turn. But this is a little bit more defensive. Okay, that should be fine. We're still working that angle.
This night, why do come? Yes, children of my blood. Impudent pup!
Okay, we're waiting on Oakenhammer. Do I still want to go with this growth, or do I want to... go for 15% research rate is pretty good. I think I'll go for the research rate actually, just so that I can get my public order up really high so that I can recruit more units, and so that I get more gold out of my territory. I think when you have like happy populace or whatever, yeah, and then you get raised dead costs is lower. Sometimes they give you extra recruitment, like an extra recruitment slot if you have like 75% happiness or something. Which I think is really cool. I thought that was kind of lame in the base game that... Now there's going to be a rebellion that shows up here. The rebellion might attack the dwarves. Sometimes it does that. But I thought that was kind of lame in the base game that like... it didn't matter unless you got to 100. Like, there was no benefit most of the time to having good public order, and so you could just sit at, like, 90, negative 90 or something. Lothern and Yvres. Okay. I thought that was kind of a thing that was just sort of iffy. I don't know. I like how they add in more strategic elements to this game. I mean, it's not like as strategically complex as like Attila was. I really liked like balancing the sanitation system and other things. But okay, so they're gonna take it. We can't defend that. They have a lot of ranks on these units. But they did take some damage. So this is gonna suck because we're gonna get knocked down to tier 1. When we occupy it, I think. We might get it at tier 2, maybe. But as surprise progress, we had to go over there and get that other one. I mean, I guess we could have hunted down the dwarfs, like I said before, and cleansed them of the mountains, because I knew their 20 stack was over there, so, I mean, maybe that's better, but we would not be able to complete the province.
I am ready.
And we would have had a rebellion here anyways that would have cleaned us out unless we hired another army, so...
Dark magic is mine to command.
Okay, public order, devastating charge, don't care. I mean, we could just do training, like an extra 25 experience is not a ton, but I guess it's something. It's just so paltry. So weak, but you know, vampires are so strong, so I'm probably, honestly, later on in the game, I'm probably just gonna park him in a place that we just conquered and just give him like all the public order stuff and corruption and all that crap and just let him sit there. So that he, you know, does something useful. Alright, we'll go hard to hit, I think. Or do we want to give him more melee attack? I think just hard to hit. Just let him just sit there and soak hits.
My cruelty knows no limits.
I'll have your soul.
Helman Ghorst,
Now this should not have a garrison. Okay, it does not.
master of Unlife.
Don't make me fight it. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's about right. We would have shattered it. Okay, so we could either go for the money, or we could get an extra spell cast, basically. Almost an extra invocation of the heck. I would like that, I think. $700 gold is tempting. I mean, it seems like we're rich at 28,000. We aren't. Like, once we upgrade all those buildings, it's going to cost like 20,000 gold or more. Like, the vampire building alone is 10,000. So, that's just kind of how I am in real life too. I'm such a cheapskate. I mean, not to the point where it influences other people. Like, I tip really well. I worked in a restaurant for 8 years, so I tip really well. And if I'm buying gifts for people, I buy nice stuff a lot of the time. If it's someone that, you know, I really care about, I do it. Like, my wife, early on, I bought her things when we were just dating. I bought her, like, an iPad. I bought her, like, a Wii or whatever back in the day when those were cool. In the late, I don't know what you call it, like 2009, 2010. I buy cool gifts. I'm not cheap when it comes to like other people, but when it comes to me, you know, and just everyday stuff, I'm very cost conscious, which is good because I'm poor. It's a good combination. Okay, so we do have lightning strike here. This is so sweet too. Yes, I need that, but I also need this and this. Lightning strike, I don't think we need it right now. We're not facing multiple armies, so I think just going for this upkeep is probably a little better. Vampires have some pretty good stuff. Yeah, let's just go with Quartermaster.
Necromancer.
She does have Stimulate Growth, which is nice. But we're about to get into a big fight. I don't care about the growth as much. I want her to fight, because she's actually a pretty dang good fighter. It's because she's, I mean, pretty much immune to damage unless they have magic damage. Now, who over here has magic damage? Does the Lord? No, nobody does. They have to have that Rune Smith or whatever. Or Rune Lord to deal with it. Alright, let's fight him.
Butcher them!
Siege of Zilfbar Part 2. Now... Wow, we only have 3? For real, though? How do we only have a workforce of 3? Well, they're not going to get a garrison or anything, so... Seriously, how is this workforce only 3? Didn't I have the exact same, like, composition before? I mean, here's, like, we can deal with this. We can just beat down the door with the Cryptors. It's going to take a while, but we can do it. As long as we have this, we can get on the walls. Wait, how do we attack it? Do they not have any walls? Oh, there are breaches. Oh. So we can attack it, even though we don't have a siege attacker? Is that right? Just making sure. Yeah, there should be breaches. Okay, so we don't even need it. We can just, like, run through the walls. Okay, let's fight it then. Let me... Can I see the map? Is it going to show us the breaches? I can't really see it, but whatever. We'll just fight it. If we have multiple points of entry, that's even better. Because as you can see, like, a big thing usually with these kind of swarming factions is you want to be able to get a surround on them. So if you just sit there and just go toe-to-toe with the dwarves, you know, they can hold you in combat for a long time. Oh, here we go. Nice, that's perfect right there. Okay. Exactly what I want. Just run through all these walls. Now sometimes the AI kind of trips out, so you have to watch them very carefully when you send them through that kind of stuff. But we don't even need the zombies, honestly. We have so much. Like, I don't even want them to take up space. We'll bring them in a little bit, but we can even bring the dogs in, like around this breach area maybe. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. We can have those up here. I can send these around the back also with the dogs, so... Group. I can put the dogs in here. Wow, they can still get on those towers. That's pretty obnoxious, for being honest. I can't even get up there to mess with them. Ignore the miners. Wow, they held their fire, okay.
A new order comes.
Undead, come forth.
Now, these guys are playing this out pretty intelligently. They're pretty spread out, which is kind of obnoxious.
If you insist. As you say.
Okay, that has got to stop. Got to bring him in here. Get him in here.
I will raise them. There shall be darkness.
Oh, they're firing those bolts at me. I'm about to lose the dogs. That's probably okay. Let's just get the dogs out of here if we can. Bolt throwers are annoying. Here and tie these guys up. Are these zombies? Yeah, just tie them up with the zombies. Shut that up. Just run past this board. Just get in here. Just forget him. Whatever.
They will suffer.
Whatever, you can play around with that guy.
Swiftly. With haste.
Alright, this bolt thrower is obnoxious. Get in here and deal with that bolt thrower.
Swiftly. Our plans will shoot us. With haste. Very well.
Corpse cat.
Swiftly. Very well.
Man, they're putting up a pretty decent little fight here. had a much better sort of formation and game plan. Let's come over here and make sure we get this taken care of. And this dude, I don't want to lose my hero against this dwarf.
I obey.
It shall be done. For the grudge bearer, for the everlasting throne! See to it.
I'm about to kill some of
Criminal
that.
demands death.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to lose some hex rates. Yeah, wow, these freaking artillery's beating up these wraiths.
To expel it.
Are we done over here yet? Like,
Your win.
you're about to lose a couple of units over here for sure.
Elman Ghorst.
Oh my god, for real?
It is done. With haste.
Okay, they're running.
Your win.
Corpse cart. Life ends.
Okay, I think we have too many resources over here. Let's get this,
Corpse cart.
get this old dude over here, like, deal with this. Are y'all trolling? Like, they acted like they were running away and then they stopped for like the third time, right in the middle of all this. I cannot believe that, like,
They take our holds, our lands.
for real, their freaking artillery, like, crew is beaten up. Like a hero? We're about to lose some units up in here. I cannot. These
Life
dwarves
is
are
a
freaking
fight.
holding it down over here. Jesus, I thought we had this locked up.
Rise, rise. Ah, ah.
Okay, y'all done for real? Okay.
I obey.
We are death.
Okay, that should be done. We should be able to clean that up.
Do not shame your ancestors. The power is mine. I will bathe in their blood. Our clans will shun us.
There's some cavalry over there, huh? Not cavalry, but like backup. It's about to roll up on me, maybe.
Perish and rise.
Yes.
Do not shame your ancestors.
These guys put up a pretty decent little fight.
Ghorst. Elman Ghorst.
For real? No. I guess these guys had more long beards probably than the initial initial group. Bros, get over here and shut that crap up. No missile fire. I know I was saying, like, I didn't care that much about missile fire, but secretly I kind of do. I do not want them firing. Are these guys just standing here? Is that what's going on? What?
Beautiful decay.
Come over here quickly before the artillery crew kills my ward.
Corpse cart. It is time.
Jeez, okay.
Death.
I did kill their ward. Well, I thought this would be easier because I can just walk right in. Yeah, I guess they had, I mean, I really don't know what their formula was. I know they had
The summoning begins.
the ballista stuff that was hitting my, these dude goofballs are here. I know the ballista was hitting my crypt horrors, so that was kind of annoying.
Corpse cart.
But I didn't think it made that much of a difference. I mean, they only killed one so far. Graveguard don't lose to their... Yeah, I was about to say, we're not losing to Boilers, it's Graveguard.
Still my beating heart.
As you said.
Kill all of these. Kill their morale. Don't let these clowns rally. Just chase them off the map. Jeez. Well, I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world because... still have the crypt orders. You can hire back some race. I mean, these units aren't like super expensive to hire back. Most of it's disposable. There aren't any 3-turn units or really expensive units. But still, man, they put up a pretty good little fight there.
Ghorst.
They had a good layout where like all of their archers were very spread out, and it was difficult to tie all of them up. They just kind of like bodied up on me at these walls and just fired over the walls. Oh, wait. Okay, these guys came down off the walls. Crap. Over here, boys. Let's go. Someone probably rallying. Yeah, they're gonna kill these zombies. Most likely they're chasing me. Whatever. It's fine. Wait, where is he?
Swiftly.
I'd rather not lose a high rank here. Please. We don't have to, which we shouldn't have to. Yeah, the terror is crushing them. Rally back. How much for an overpass?
For the night. The night is ours.
I guess if we have a necromancer that can have unholy lodestone as our hero, then maybe we don't need to take lodestone unit of our battalion, which would be kind of nice. Then we also don't have a lord that can be fun. Now the one guy can summon Krell. I've never seen Krell. I don't know what that is. I assume it's some kind of like huge demon or undead thing or something. What's his name? Can summon him. I forgot his name. But he was one of the worst lords in the race. With like Balthazar get over. Balthazar's actually decent with this mod because he gets lots of like faction-wide bonuses. Why have they not given up yet? Come on, Dwarfs. I know y'all are brave, but... Jeez. Well, we're all going to replenish probably anyways. Run those down to kill them. While we move over here. We're about to win, actually, pretty quickly, so I'm just going to go ahead and heal. I just want to get one last healing wave off if I can. Meet him over here, meet him over here. 50 seconds. So we get some replenishment here, and then we'll get some more in the town. Just in case someone comes at us.
They will come when I call.
I'll just, like, take a picture at the end. I used to in the basic campaign. Replenish everybody.
It's done.
Get as much, squeeze out as much replenishment as we can get. We did lose a Karen Wraith. I don't even know how we lost those Wraiths. Yeah, I mean, they're doing some work. Killed 163. They just aren't as resilient as the Cryptors. I mean, the Cryptors just don't die. They just do not die. Until the dwarves start getting slayers. Cryptors are great. Killed 300. Now a lot of those are like zombies, but still. Yeah, their artillery was just hitting me this time. They felt like they had a lot more missile fire that was relevant. So they didn't get on the walls and tie up the missiles as well as I did the first time. And they had these great weapons. They didn't even have any of the tier 2 guys. I'm blanking out on the name.
Master
Where's the
of
ties?
life.
32 weapon strength. That's interesting. They have like a zillion health. 32 weapon strength. I mean, we might as well get them. 33 melee attacks. They're actually not bad as far as zombies go. But we'll hold on to them in case we need to hire them somewhere. We got a few more turns on that. What are we occupied at? Yeah, level 1 sucks, but why is it going +2? Local populace, osmosis. How are we getting 4 osmosis? That is obnoxious. Alright, well, let's crank this up.
Be gone.
Okay, now he has... Gotta watch out for this guy. Little Slayer dude. Wrong peak. Has some decent stuff in it. So we're gonna have to go back and recruit some real stuff here in a second, probably.
No limits.
Hire a couple more Grave Guard. These things are so big, it's hard to fit them in there to fight. Probably just hire, like, maybe 2 more Grave Guard, and then, oh, this guy made it back. I thought he was dead, but it looks like he said he rose from the dead. Crypt Ghouls kind of outlived their usefulness. They're alright, but I'd rather have another Crypt Horror. The dogs are, like, okay, you know, but don't really need them. We can't hire them back, so we could also just wait a little bit, get the public order under control, and then put a vampire in there, and it's so expensive to get to that. It will give us a coach, though. I would be pretty interested in a black coach. Does this give any sort of, like... It does have Strider. Some missile resist. Or not Strider, but Perfect Vigor, rather. Oh, it's constant around the self? Wait, 44% damage resistance. So that's like, that's only if it's not in melee combat. Okay. Okay, so that's basically outside of combat. I think it's resilient. Okay, that's interesting. Could also go for like one of these bad boys. Would be pretty nice. Are expensive, and there's not really any other reason to. I mean, these are pretty nice. These Vargeist are pretty nice. They would be decent in the siege. They're so expensive. I would just rather have these. I'm trying to think of... Oh, a Terror Geist would be pretty good. I need this to get the second Legendary Lord, so... We'll figure it out next turn. What do we? Yeah, we're way over time. Those fights last forever, which is nice though. It's good quality fights. Okay, so we're gonna have a rebellion. We'll probably have to deal with that for a little bit. I checked this already. I don't remember.
I'll have you speak now. I thirst. Welcome. Sit by my. How dare you!
All right, we'll go on to next turn. So we'll probably go for like Necromancer, Vampire, Building. It's 20,000, and the Unholy Lodestone Building, probably. I think the Black Coach, like, I like Chariots, they're just usually not, like, impressive enough, but the fact that it never loses its vigor, I think could be pretty sweet. A pretty good way to tear up a lot of infantry. And the fact that it's really, like, damage resistant. have to see how expensive it is. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously like pretty much worthless in a siege.
What do you seek?
Kind of expensive. It has like 24 versus. And if you charge cycle it though, it's so good against an infantry line, I think. How much armor piercing does it have? Quite a lot. I mean, would this be good against chaos, just to charge cycle it against chaos? It's pretty fast, so it can outrun most things. Never gets tired. I mean, I need to get this anyways, probably for the corpse cart. Unless the necromancers... I can get a necromancer in each army and just have them ride the corpse cart, and then I don't need it. It does reduce power recharge rate. These are extremely good, but they are expensive. They're about the price of 2.5 Graveguard, so maybe having one of those would be very nice on a siege because you can just put them in the front door. Because I don't know if you've noticed on a siege or not, but there's basically like maybe 5 units maybe that actually get to attack. The things that go up the walls, there's like 1 or 2 battalions of that, and then there's like 1 battalion right in the front of the siege, like when you go through the gate, and then like maybe 1 other one squeezes in and that's it, and everyone else just kind of stands around and watches. A lot of the time. There's only so much surface area. But if we can put these guys up there to lead the charge on the siege, that could be great. They do regen, they do have frenzy. .25 bonus versus infantry. So they basically have 79 melee attack. So this research, hero. It's just 20,000 for both of those. Is this worth? I mean, these would be interesting. How much do they get versus infantry? 6. These are expensive. I don't know about that. They are ethereal and they never get tired, so you can run around. It's like, I could do this instead of a black coach if I wanted to. I think the coach is probably better. And then this is another 10,000. +1 from everything from the forest chain. That's interesting. This used to be like competing with the Vargulf in the same forest chain, so that's why it seems like it's random, but that's probably just a carryover. Well, I mean, that's 30,000 gold right there just for that stuff. And I have 30,000 gold. So I'm not going to be able to get it all like right away, probably. Who has cost reduction? Did the necromancers have cost reduction? Scouting. What do they have? Let me see what they've changed here, and then that'll be it. I know we're like way over time. Okay, they can get a corpse cart, so maybe I don't need to get the corpse cart thing. I want to, like, the coach seems really cool, but if I can have a necromancer in my army that gets the corpse cart anyways, there's no point in just having a normal corpse cart because they're going to cost the same amount. Probably in upkeep. So it's like, I can just throw this guy on a corpse cart. It's the same thing as a normal corpse cart with lodestone. I mean, he has to be at a certain level to get it. I guess that's the thing. You have to level him up. But then you can have him get the spells for the Lord, right? He can run Master of the Dead, because the corpse cart doesn't do any damage anyways. So you can run Master of the Dead, Unholy Corpse Cart, and then you can just get your spells with him. Then you can just run like a Vampire Lord, which is like other utility stuff where you don't have to buy spells, or like you can get your vampires and put them all, like, all their stuff into fighting and just have this guy do the spells. So yeah, I mean, they don't look that amazing. Raise Dead is actually something I'm interested in. Do they have... Okay, they do have Invocation of Nahek. They can do that, Raise Dead, they can run Arcane Conduit. I mean, they definitely buffed them up a little bit from how they used to be, because you can run them as a corpse cart. Okay, so if that's the case, then this is a low priority, because I don't really care about the Black Knights that much. This is cool and everything, but... I mean, we'll get one late game just to try it out for fun, but if I have to cut something, I mean, this costs like 15,000 gold for this. So if I'm thinking of what to cut, this costs 13,000, and you just get a Vargulf and that's it. I don't care about the White King right now. This guy, okay, so I have to get this for the next Legendary Lord, whatever, I forgot his name, the Necromancer. And I want to get the Legendary Lord, because then if they die in battle, I get them back eventually, and usually they have quest battles and, you know, other fun stuff. So I want to get the other Legendary Lord. We're not going to be able to get Manfred for a while. And then I probably want to get this. I'm going to have to upgrade this. That's 7,000. But this will give me vampires, which I really want, and Dragon Warriors. I want a couple of those. So just like this and this. And just not mess with the Terror guys yet. It's also expensive. But yeah, that'll be it. We'll figure it out next episode. So I think we have to get the Necromancer and the Vampire Towers. Those are the top priority. So I can get those heroes going, and so that I can get the next Legendary Lord. So thank you very much. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and have a great day.